Hey guys, the song is over. We will begin. Welcome back. We got packages. Welcome to another exciting episode of Talk and Wrench. You guys remember this? Oh, there we go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Roughneck community. How's it going? We got some stuff going on today. We do. We have a handy dandy little package here, which we will open up in a little bit. We've been working on some stuff behind the scenes, as you may or may not be able to tell, but we got a couple rigs we got a wrench on today. How about a blast from the past? How many of you guys have been with the channel for a very long time? If you've been with the channel for a while, you would know what this build is. So let me grab my little well, you can see it pretty there. Let me raise it up. We've been doing a little bit of rearranging down here in the basement. We are this is not the original body. The original body was black and yellow and said Cobra Kai on it. So greetings all. Hi, how's it going? How you doing this fine December day? Ben, you retracted your message? Huh. And Tony, what's up, brother? What's up? We do have the little intro music here and there. We are gonna have an intro video eventually. So instead of me selecting different music, it'll be one music. It'll be an intro video to get you ready for Talk and Wrench. It'll be exclusively only ran on Talk and Wrench. It is one of the improvements that I need to get to. But as you can see right here, obviously, this is a Phoenix. My first crawler build. This is a different body than what I originally have. I still have my original, but this one I got fairly inexpensive and I already had the light kit installed. So I need to pull that pin. There's a pin in the front here somewhere. Yes, I know. Doesn't have any no tires. We're gonna put back some originals on this that come with the truck. Um, I think I have some others on rims. I don't know if I want to waste them on a Phoenix. Uh, Phoenix is we'll put this off to the side for a moment. But in any case, like this vehicle has been submerged in the bottom of swimming pools and the bottom of rivers. It floated down a river one time. It's seen a little bit of headache. SL33, nice. SL33, that's nice. SL33, that's sick. SL33, sick, bro. Thanks, man. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for all that stuff. SL33, gotta go. All right, man, you take it easy. People are just running around like crazy. But the stream has to go on. We are full of surprises, I think, today. Oh, someone else just popped up. Let's see what they say. Natasha. Yes, I could do that. Happy birthday, Axel. From Roughneck Adventures to you. Hope you enjoyed the show. How old are you? Are you enjoying your birthday? Hopefully you are enjoying your birthday. Oh, Natasha, no problem. Birthdays should be celebrated. One of my bosses had a birthday today. It was very good. We went to a birthday kind of / holiday dinner thing. I was in a suit and tie type of attire, and it was restaurant, and I had a steak, and I had a pear martini, and we had cake, and it was a good time. SL33, yeah, Merry Christmas, he says to all you guys, and I say Merry Christmas back at you, brother. The suit was a little bit tight on me. I gained some weight since the last time I wore it. I don't wear suits very often. I am not a suit kind of guy. That just makes me want to lose more weight, which means eventually I will be doing some exercises once we get through the holidays, because the holidays pack on the pounds. And man, I love to eat. Boom! Shakalaka. Look at that. My stand gave way, which was not supposed to happen. It's because I have wires and things that you do not see. Let me see if that's going to hold. All right, we got to do a little bit of twisting and torquing here. It is a homemade stand. It's actually a solid piece of metal, but that's how it goes. So let me wet my whistle a little bit here. It is and I say how heavy I've gotten. I lose a lot of weight during fair season, but I've gained a lot of weight, and here I am grabbing a soda in celebration of Xmas time. And this one has a Santa Claus. So I'm going to wet my whistle. SL33, the same. Yeah, that's a Coke. I love Coke too. It's my favorite soda. It's not the best for you. obviously, but um, people have to have their devices, and when it's cold. So the Phoenix has to be rebuilt. That we are not doing today. I actually have to order some stuff I don't have for that. Um, but I was bringing that on the show just to show you it is not. I still have my original crawler that I built. Um, we may, if we get to it, we may put a receiver in this and throw some power into her to see how it goes. I mean, this has a copperhead ESC. This was before I ran my 2-in-1s that I love so much. And, it, like I said, I switched out my original body for this body. I got secondhand, but it has the Vanquish light kit already in it. And I think I paid for the body was like $20. That Vanquish light kit is worth more than that. So I was like, well, if I'm going to revamp it, I might as well add the lights and stuff on this. Not too sure what else I will do to this. Maybe some brass up front. It's I really like the green one that that Vanquish had come out with, the body, but you can't buy the body separate. So for a while I had this just sitting there, and I was like, well, maybe I'll just get another Phoenix, and so I can have that body, and use this as parts. But it would be just a waste. It's like I don't run the Phoenix that often. It is by far a retired truck. I had retired this truck from service, so it became a shelf queen. So there is that. But I still have the stock tires, and it is a project. We have stuff for Talking Wrench, and a lot of these projects I save for Talking Wrench just to share with you guys. SL33, well, thank you for subbing and liking. I appreciate it. Oh, now you need to go? All right, buddy. I'll catch you later. You can watch the video later on. It should be up on the channel. So, yeah. That is where we're at with the good old Phoenix. My first ever. That was my first crawler build. I don't do much with the Phoenix. Like, I honestly thought it was an okay trail truck, but I wasn't in love with it, even after building it for all that money I built it back then. I've learned quite a bit since then in my days, and obviously I'm a Vanquish fan. So I've been working on this. This is much more my style. We added the motor on a previous stream. We did some work. We put a 2-in-1 fusion in it. We put weighted brass knuckles on it, and she's coming along. Still got more to do on this. There's that project. All right. So this one's going to be a quick fix. This is my red cat. Let's move you guys back so you can get a better look. This is another thing I'm working on trying to fix. Through a lot of research, guys, I had to do a lot of research, like, of what I intend to do with the channel, how things are set up, and we definitely need to improve. Right now we stream off the phone, but we're gonna try to save up some money for the Logitech system. The Meso, or I don't know how you pronounce it. Anyhow, it's a 3 camera system. It's for streaming, and it's very simplified. And I'm going to be setting up this area completely different. We're going to revamp down here being the studio, because obviously this is where I do 90% of my wrenching. My lighting's already set up here. It costs a bit of money to get that system. It's like over $1,000 to get those cameras. Once you have those cameras and you position them right, you should. That's how people in a lot of streams have different camera angles, and we're going to be doing that. So me moving you guys back and forth, trying to get you the best angle, everything's going to be slightly different. So that is where I'm at with that. Now we're to this. This we actually got to do a quick repair. We lost well, I didn't lose. A buddy of mine was out at Sleeping Giant, and I was filming. So my last Sleeping Giant run, I filmed 99.9% of on a live stream of the climb. So there's that. Take the body off, front clip. Pretty cool. If you don't know this, I actually do like Big Cat. I think they have come up in the world. They have brought their A game. And I like the things that they're doing. So what had broke, it's not really broke. Was we lost a screw from this servo, which we were on the trail. I didn't bring anything extra for hardware. Nobody else had any extra hardware. So toward the end of the trail, this happened, like on our way back. And we ended up having to carry the rig out, the walk of shame. But that is sort of where all that has fallen. But we're going to fix it. As you can see, she's had her fair share of use here. She's a little scraped up. A little scrape here, a little scrape there. A little bit of maintenance, but this rig's a really good rig. I really enjoy this rig. For the money out of the box, we really don't have to do much. Maybe we'll swap out these tires. These are not my favorite tires, but I do like the rims. So we might have to pull these apart and get some tusks maybe on here, or another style tire. That is a possible. That is possible. I mean, these are just regular Traxxas tires that they're Canyon tires, which are okay. They're not the greatest, but I got them secondhand and they were on the rims. And the reason I got them was for the rims, because I like the red to match the red accents on the black body, and all the other red accents on this. That's why they're there. And be honest, I haven't run this truck much lately. So right now we are lining up with the servo, the Savior, and we are can't touch any of these screws. That's for another project that's going to be happening soon. See what I got in here. Anything small. I got one that might work. What? You don't have a bag of screws? Everybody got to have a little bag of screws. Around here. We call this a little bit of a twin from Friday. This one might work. Now, I don't want to have to take this axle off, but that would be the proper way. This actually might be a little small now that I think about it. Let me see something. Yeah, we need a slightly longer one than that. I don't know what to do. Let's see. Longer than that. That's too long. That's what she said. She said it was too long. I got jokes. Let's see. All right, we think we got the one that might fit. We'll line that up. Make sure our wheels are straight. Oh, you want to take a look? Let's see if I can do this one-handed. This is another reason we're going to have multi-cameras eventually. Well, it's a big cost, guys. Let's see. You just saw my mess. So I'm lining that up. Let's see. This needs to be lined up. That servo saber arm right there. Then we got to take and put this little screw. Yeah. Whoop. We're trying to do a bouncing X so you guys can see that. See what we can do here. Put the screw through this. And a little bit of wrenching talking. Let's make sure we got it in right. That's pretty good. We'll flip you guys around. Poof. What's up, guys? Now you get to see me again. A little bit of a thing. We're going to finish tightening that in. We don't want it to come out on the trail again. There we go. She's good and tight. Good and tight. Good and tight. Now I need a radio, which is for that one is here. Throwing in some batteries. Now, I used to buy rechargeable batteries and recharge them. It was just another million thing I had to recharge. And I know that is something that I should buy again and get a charger and set up but I just never do it. All right, we got a battery. We're gonna throw some power into this. So when rigs break, I generally don't just throw them on the shelf. I generally try to fix them before I put them away, but I didn't do it this time on this one, and I just figured I'd get to it when I got to it. So power on. Power on. Stock steering servo. Stock, this truck, other than wheels and tires, is stock. There's nothing, I didn't do anything to it. And that's one of the reasons I think it's a great buy for anyone trying to get into crawling, because you don't need to do anything to it. You know, all fixed. Well, what do I do with that body? The body just clips on the front. If I can get it to clip in. See, there's a bar right here. There's a clip in there. And just clips on, back slides on, and the truck is back together. And so I don't have much room on this table, but that is about as slow as I can make it go. Probably right there. That's for a stock setup. Stock radio, stock electronics. Always make sure you shut it off. You take your battery out. I'm using this battery for testing things on crawlers. So that is the repair work that I did on the Fusion tonight. I'll take these batteries back out because I'm probably going to need them for another transmitter. I generally buy, the beginning of each season, I buy like a large pack of AA's, and they generally last me the season. And I carry that large pack with me on the trails in a backpack, along with tools and everything else. Generally, not all the time. Sometimes I don't feel like hiking with a backpack. All right. So next up on the agenda is mail call. Mail call. I know so many people do their version of mail call, but it's still a mail call. I don't do mail call every stream. I don't buy stuff every week. This is not that kind of channel. Um, I am an average Joe guy. I'm middle class income, and life is expensive, so you can't always buy stuff. But I do buy stuff when I need it. So on the mail call, this just came in today. I didn't even know this was coming. Well, I might not need those. So well, I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it was going to get here today. All right. Good old eBay to the rescue here. It's for the X-Max. Oh, if you remember correctly, this is the X-Max's headache that I had ripping apart that truck. I didn't rip apart that truck on live, but maybe we'll assemble it tonight. I don't have a manual for that truck, and it's literally gonna take a little bit of work. So you see, the gears were fine. It is a different problem. Different problem I experienced with that, and I think it had to do with the circuit board. So I had to get a servo, and so I went on eBay and I found one. Now that's brand new, and I got it for $45, even though it says $79. Granted, it's plastic ears, I know, but when one needs to fix a rig and one, let's say, pocketbook is not willing to spend $100 and some for the big bad boy of servos. $150, I do believe, is what I was quoted. One tends to just get something that he can deal with. And the fact is, this has all metal gears in it. So I can literally take this apart and make it into this. The electronics are the same. It's just the gearing is different. So why spend all that extra when I don't need to? Voila. This is a 2085. That was a 2085X. It's a beautiful thing. Now, to put the X-Max up here is gonna be a feat. Literally, we're going to have to move some stuff around and shift some stuff. And that's what we're gonna have to freaking do. And not really what I want to do. But before we do that, that's right, guys. Before we do that, I have something else to show you. Another project. It's not RC related. Once again, Roughneck Adventures does all sorts of things. But this. You're like, what the heck is that? This is a silicone mold. And this is another project for something else entirely. This is actually for a buddy of mine, a good friend, a brother almost. And if I could pop it out of this, I'll show you. Takes a little bit of work getting this out. All right. Come on, baby. Come loose. I made a silicone mold of a little project that this is silicone, see? Ooh. It did get a little bit of a back bleed back here. So the object is encased in this. This is a custom piece. And I just a little bit bled underneath. So yeah, I'd make molds too. I do a lot of things, guys. This is the piece. That I had to mold. Was his last one. He had these custom made for him, and years ago. And he asked me if I could make something like that, and I said, yeah, sure. So let me clean out this rubber real quick. Where is my X-Acto knife? So the problem with constantly moving things around here, I lose track of where I put certain things. Oh, that's a paintbrush. We don't need a paintbrush. We're not painting right now. So, well, let's see what I can do here to clean this up a little bit on the edges, just so you can see the mold. If mold making is something that interests you guys, you should watch what I come up with. Let's see. GWI. Ben was going on the road, and the guy who had a good day. Fight him? Fight him? Huh? I don't know what you mean by that. You completely confused me when it comes to that. But we'll clean this up real quick with the scissors. Getting it's very thin. The stuff I got to clean out that leaked underneath the object that I was molding. It's not. That does happen. It's not like it's the end of the world. Now, I don't know if you guys know who KOG is, but in Ren Fair business, KOG is a fighting group, and my buddy owns KOG. In case you're wondering, that's short for Knights of Gore. And I literally might be buying some armor and fighting eventually. We'll have to see how things go. Like I said, I do lots of things. There it goes. The honor of KOG. See, it's raised lettering. This is something he asked me to do. I don't know how many of them I'm going to make, but the mold is made. That's the mold. And I'm probably going to clean it up more off camera. I have to get a different razor blade than this. I have to get a fresh one, clean all that up. So it's nice, clean, round in there. So then I can put 2-part resin in there and make but it's going to be probably a pin or a medallion, not sure. It would be the honor of KLG. So there is this little project. It was a good one. It was a good one. I'm a good friend, I think. I need a little bit of sip of Coke. Coca-Cola. In celebration of the holidays, it has Old Saint Nick on there. In case you didn't see me do that before. All right, so there is that. And now we move on as we go. As I'm grabbing some things to get started on this X-Max journey, hopefully we can get it all to fit here. We will throw on some music. Let's see. Yeah, since we were just talking about Renaissance stuff real quick, let's put on some nice music. Nice, peaceful. While I dig out wherever this is. the side. Take this wire, we gotta shove it down through a hole and manipulate it before we bolt anything in. Oh, we lost some people. They must have not liked that music. But hey, some people don't. It's just everyone has their own style. Since we're on a live stream, I couldn't fast forward it up, but we are going to be fighting with this monster. All right. Let's see. Okay, that's the wire. Where else does the wire go? So now the wire has to be bent and pushed up into the receiver box. This is, let's see if I can show you. It's too big of a, all right, we'll flip it this way. A really big truck. So the wire's sticking straight out. See that? See how those other wires are? The wire has to be bent and moved into the receiver box. So it's like kind of up, and then you have to bend it and go through another wall. To get it so you can put it into the box, which is a little bit of work. Those aren't bifocals. I generally have bifocals on, so some work. Is much harder than others. And getting this in, it's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy at all, guys. I mean, we are currently fighting with wires that so there's a piece of foam there. So, and there's a little spot in the foam, so we can sort of bend it. But I'm doing this with all these electrical things in my way too. Like trying to manipulate it through a small spot. I know it's not much fun to watch. I mean, it's not even like you can really watch it. Like, I don't have an overhead camera. I did say, once again, we will be improving. But I don't have an extra $1,000 plus laying around for that system. You know, the phone is what I got, so we're making do with what we got here. You know, it will be a legitimate broadcast, you know, and stuff eventually. I don't know about this wire, man. I really don't. Guys, like, this is tough. It doesn't want to fold, and I don't want to force it. Uh, I had. mm, I had an elastic that I did this with. Um, there, on another vehicle. I'm gonna try this little trick here. I don't know if it's gonna work on this, but we're gonna try it. This little trick is you take the elastic, you feed the elastic through. It could be rope, it could be string, it has to be thin. And you attach it to the end of the wire and you pull it through the uh, the wall. Um, which forces the wire to do what you want it to do. And makes easier work. Easier work. I won't say perfect work, but easier work. When you double wrap, oh boy. Well, that's what I'm doing. It's this little trick I came up with. You want to see the little trick? You guys want to see the little trick? I can show you sort of. I can show you sort of. We'll see. We'll see if I can show you, at least give you an idea of how this trick works. See, I fed the elastic through. Could be a thread too if you have thread. And I attach one end of the elastic to the end of this, and I pull on that end, and it should snake it. Let's see. Stupid plugs. Focus. It should snake it through. So, like, I've already fed the elastic through the wall. Now I got to sneak the wire through the wall. I'm going to attach it to the wire and hope to pull it through the wall and back out the other end. That is the trick that I am currently working on. It's get the servo in. Get the servo in the correct way. Not everything goes as smoothly as I want it to go. But problem is you got to be very careful not to disengage the other end and pull it back out. Then you have to keep rethreading it. It's just a little trick. I don't know how other people do it. It was just something I came up with when fighting. fighting something like similar to this on another truck. Too many wires everywhere trying to do all this. It's really annoying. Come on. Go through. Go through. And it takes a little bit of patience too. Something I don't have a lot of, but maybe you do. But it works. Because I got it through. I don't want to move the phone again. It is on. Oh, Jesus. Of course, it's falling off the truck. As you can see, that's the wire. It's now through the firewall, if you want to call it that. I don't call it a firewall, but it is a wall. Which just lost the spline for one of the drive shafts. Fell out the rear end. They don't make this stuff very easy to work on. Or I see numbers. Put my glasses back on. You're kind of blurry now. Wow. That is my trick on getting this stupid wire where it needs to go. The rest of the way, you're just sort of working at it to get it to sit right. And push the antenna up through. Way down in. Now I'm working on the cover. That just pushes down. And now I'll keep that like that. Now here's the other problem. Little problem is it's not very well numbered. So I got to figure out where that plugs into. So which means we got to bend the wire again. All these bends in these wires, I mean, no wonder why they have such problems. Like, I know it's for being waterproof, but it's only a real tiny wire. It's not. All right. I think I got that in the receiver box. Before we go any further, we're going to have to get some power. And stuff like that. Now I got to find the radio, which is over here. Remember those 4 batteries I took out of the other controller? We're going to pop those right back into this controller because we're going to need to plug some stuff in. Let's see, make sure the servo, before we go any further, always test. Make sure the servo, first of all, is in the right spot and it is functional, because if there's a problem with this servo, I'm going to be a very upset guy. And we don't want no problems with the servo. I need the batteries. Let's see. All right. Takes 2 of these bad boys. I still have like 100 million screws and everything else that has to go in. But for at least me, we are plugging this in. Oh, we heard that pop. Turning this radio, always turn the transmitter on first. Make sure you have power. There we got power. And I got a feel for the button. Just can't see nothing. There it is. I'm going to flip the button on. Hopefully nothing goes crazy, but there's no drive shafts in this, so. All right. So like I said, we test the servo so you can see it. You hear it moving. Oh yeah. We got it in the right spot. Everything's good to go. Now I gotta find the off switch. So we're good to go on it when it comes to that. Unplug your batteries. Shut your radio off. Put your batteries off to the side because you will need them later. And flip this like this. Because now you slide this into its proper spot. and then that goes in like that. Then a screw goes into there. It's not that screw. We got a gazillion screws laying around here, so we got to find the right one that goes into there. That's not an easy thing. But I can tell you, at least these three go to hold the servo on. And so we slowly damn. Wrong size. Everything wants to fall down. Well, that's too small. That's too small. I just knocked over my whole little tool tray. Put the other one in, take the other one out. We've been streaming for over an hour now. I don't know if you guys want me to continue. Do you want me to finish this off camera? Like I said, we do have other projects to get to, but we're not. Well, maybe we'll go keep going for a little bit longer. All right. There is that. I think we need to flip it back over now. I do need to put a screw into this. What one was it? Don't think it was that. Nope. I mean it. All those look long. They're all super long. Maybe. Nope. Too long. We're playing the guessing game right now because I don't remember. That's a bad game. I don't like that game. The guessing game. Those are the same size. Those are the same size. Those are the same size. Let's go to that. How deep? We gotta see how deep this thing goes. Maybe that's a key. That would be way too long. Problem with not remembering, being old. Sometimes You do a process elimination. And you just go into your spare screw bag here and you find something that will work. Which might be that one. And then you stick it on. Not that one. Where is the other one? I think it was this one. Is it, or is it smaller? We are putting this, changing out the servo in this X-Max. It's, well, we changed it. Now we're trying to remember how to put the dang truck back together again. And because I couldn't remember what the screw is, I came up with my own other screw that should be it. But this might not even be the right direction. I might have to take this bag out. Yeah. Let's flip it back over. Ugh. All this wiring. Now for where the antenna goes through, we know we got the receiver, so we can button up the receiver box. If we button up the receiver box, it'll eliminate some of these screws. So I'm not sitting here scratching my head here. So we put the seal back in. All right. Then we're gonna take this. So you see, you can't come straight down on it because you have all this bracing. You gotta snake this through the bracing. And kick it. And then slide it over and then in like that. And then I believe might be this one, might be this screw. Hey! Hi, Raquel. How are you? Oh, glad you're watching. William, what am I building? I'm building a X-Max. The servo was bad, and so I had to rip it apart and put a servo in. And I don't have a manual or anything, and I'm not very familiar with this rig, so that is what we're working on. William Smith, watching from Northern Ireland. Nice, nice. Um, Never been there, but I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad you can join us. So I'll keep on trucking. I'm building this thing. I have like a million screws here. When I took this apart, I didn't pay close attention. I was so aggravated that it was broken, and because of I was so aggravated that it was broken, I ended up just ripping it apart off camera. So I can't even go back and look at my old video. So we are looking at a million screws down here, trying to figure out which ones go where. And hoping that I put this thing back together the right way, but I'm not sure. Oh, in case you didn't know, guys who are just joining us, this is the old servo. I had ripped it apart, hoping I can repair it. I can't because the circuit board is bad. So we keep our old servos for the gears. If a gear gets stripped out on this, I can take these other gears and repair it. I had to go on eBay and get a servo. So we're hoping it lasts more than 5 seconds because that was about all that servo lasted. And this was a used rig. So when you buy used, you kind of get what you get. But man, I didn't even get a chance to like drive it. While I'm talking, I'm looking down because I'm trying to find all the screws that I need. Bothersome. As I slowly put this thing back together again and bring it back to life. And you guys are along for that ride. That is what we are doing tonight. We do have music to go along with this the stream of ours, the streaming. And there we go with Traxxas with its funny sizes. Right now, I am closing up the receiver box that has all the wiring in it to make it waterproof because I just got too many screws sitting here, and we will figure it out as we go. The key is to put it all back together and not have screws left over. Because if you have a screw left over, that means you did something wrong. We don't want to do anything wrong. I might have to turn on my other overhead light that's right over top of my head because the lighting. It's another thing we're working on here. We really are going to be investing in better equipment for this. But the cost of such things are very expensive. So right now, as you are watching me, I am on a cellular phone recording live. And we've been doing it with the cell phone for quite some time. Ideal setup would be running multiple cameras with multiple camera angles. And that is my plan. But that plan costs a lot of money. And I don't have that extra money right now to do that right away. RC Wolf 1996. What's up, man? Yeah, still going at it. Can't keep me down, I guess. Don't. I'm not. I'm a man of many, many, many hobbies. And even though I say I want to retire from streaming and from doing this, for some reason I can't give it up. That's why I can't commit to a regular streaming hour, but we're gonna try to change that. Once we get the new setup in, and I have multiple cameras going and actually fully functional studio with a whole nine, which is probably gonna cost me $2 to $3 grand to do. We are gonna commit to one stream a week of, as you see, talk and wrench, where I wrench on stuff and we talk. If that stream does really well, we might do another stream where I bring in a group of people and we discuss RC topics, adventure topics, life topics, everything under the sun. And you know, RC Wolf, PT kicked your ass, your arse. Party, yeah. PT, if you guys don't know what PT is, it is physical therapy, and it can kick you in the butt. It can kick you butt really hard. But so we need to raise funds for a studio, a proper studio. We need to raise funds for all the stuff that I want to do with the channel. And it's, I don't know, what screws go there. It's going to take some time. Money doesn't grow on trees. I have real life expenses that I have to cover. So it takes some time. I think I want these shorties. We're playing the hunting screw game, and we're hunting for screws. Look at that. My goal, I don't want to say I sold out. I've never monetized. Well, I can't say I never monetized. Years ago I was, but I am not monetized currently. I will want to monetize this so I can bring you guys better content. For that to happen, viewing hours need to go way up. And for viewing hours to go way up, it's kind of a catch-22. I need to do more live streams because that's where I can get the most hours without a lot of editing time. I also am bringing in probably a crew of camera people, of people I trust. I'll hand them a camera, and they will literally go out in the field and film stuff. and then kick me back the SD card, and I will edit and make it into video content for you guys. The reason I need a crew now and I can't do it by myself is that I have a lot of things going on in my life that um, require my attention. One of them, if you can see way in the background over this shoulder, see that right there? That's a prop for my Mandalorian cosplay group. That is another thing I do. I am vice president of the Mandalorian cosplay group. I'm also the one and only prop builder we have. Now, sometimes I build props on here, and sometimes I don't. But not just that, I also own my own Renaissance Fair exhibit. Like, so the Red Keep Interactive Experience is my property. It's my baby. And that I am on the hook for X amount of time. And what that entails is the Iron Throne. Let's see what Arsenal was it. The Wolf says the Book of Faces. What's on the Book of Faces? I'm not going on the Book of Faces. The Book of Faces, oh my God, man. That's a whole nother ball game. Book of Faces. Yes, you can find camera gear on the Book of Faces. If that's what you're asking. Where I have so many hats and so many things I do, not to mention I have a life outside of all that stuff. I work a full-time job. People wonder when I sleep. I do sleep. And they also, you know, there's so much. So much. Why isn't this screwed in? There we go. Nice and easy. We don't want to over tight. So I use hand tools, so I don't strip on anything, especially plastics. So you'll see me use hand tools a lot. That doesn't mean I don't have power tools. But when it comes to RC stuff, it's my preference. I've had bad luck with electric screwdrivers and all that stuff for breaking things. And when you break things, it costs you money, and that is something that I'm not okay with. So we got the receiver box sealed back up. The servo is screwed back in and plugged in. We got that much figured out. I mean, this did fall out. How the rear end, I gotta deal with that. I got a gazillion screws here that I have no idea where they go. There's a lot of holes and things that get screwed in on this crazy truck. So this is a big truck. Like literally, this is only you're missing the whole front half here, and the tire is like the size of my head, almost the size of my head. I have a very big head. I'm a big head. I'm a big head. Whoop whoop, big head. Someone can cut that out and post it. They might like that. Oh, someone else is saying some other stuff. What we got here going on? Angry. Howdy, all you crazy cool kids just popping in to hit that button. Awesome, Angry. Awesome, 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 guy. I appreciate it. Hit the button, pop on in, do the thing, man. Crazy, crazy. So, stupid wires are always getting in my way. Let's flip this big bad boy upside down. What do you say? And for your listening pleasure, so you're not always hearing me listen, let's give you a little something something. Let's do this one maybe. Coming at you live from the cellar in East Hampton. It's the man that bashes the most. The host with the most, Michael Payne. What's up, my people? What's going down? Welcome. Please tell me you laughed at that. I mean, I got this part. It goes somewhere around there. Oh, God. I got this part. This is the whole front of the truck. Oh, I need a bigger table. Mamma mia. We gotta rearrange some stuff here. We're dealing with some major construction. I mean, this is huge. All right, what do we got here? Whew. Oh. I'm moving stuff around here. The Max is gotta take up a lot of space, and we need to do this. Slide this over like that. A lot of space. And my tool holder that fell over, we need to pick that up. This is my handy dandy tool holder. That's right, I said handy dandy. Sometimes it's not so handy. Yes, we need to put it in the right order. We don't need that one, so we'll put that on that side. And that one fall down the GoPro. That's right, you saw MIP. MIP is my favorite RC tool. I love the craftsmanship. Guys, like seriously, the way the handle feels, the quality of the steel, the metal that's here, they last, and they're worth their weight in gold. They're expensive as hell, but you slowly get them. I have 4 right now. You just slowly buy them as you can. You don't have to buy everything at once. Just so you know. Now, where did that front end go? Should we get back to work? What do you think? The man, the soda's not cutting it. I'm gonna need some coffee. This is a long stream, long stream. Mm-hmm. So many screws, so many parts, so many things got to go back together. Oh. Like that's a dry shaft. Look at what goes into there? All right, back to work. Back to work. My brain is completely fried. Oh God! Look at this. This is a behemoth of a truck. This is a mother of all mother trucks. This goes in the end of this. Like that. This isn't the biggest I've ever seen, but it is certainly the most challenging. That's what she said. Ha ha! Gotcha. Oh, Jesus. All right. This is got to go into this, and this is got to be screwed in. But that can't go into this. Is all put together. And 1,001 screws that I have no idea where they all go. So I guess we should we slide them in? Should we put it inside? You're not gonna be able to see it all because the truck is so damn big, and I cannot back that camera up any more than what it is. It's already teetering on the edge on the opposite end of the table. So we're gonna just try to join the 2 halves and not break anything because should we do it the other way? Should I take this out of this and put this probably into that, like that? Make sure she's engaging. Hear it? All right. Oh no! You're not supposed to fall out. You're supposed to stay put. And then we gotta do this. Because I need to figure out. Your mother wears honey puts and waters her whiskey. For any of you that don't even know, you're not supposed to water your whiskey. And we're going to try to shoot. I don't. I'm confused. Legitimately confused. To do this upside down, I didn't take it apart upside down. I just kind of like ripped it apart. I said, Hulk smash! And Hulk ripped it apart. And that might not have been the best idea. So we gotta get this drive shaft. something like that. I don't think we're in there yet. That felt like it went in. That's what she said. But this isn't sitting right. Oh, I need to see back here. You guys have to look at that end for a few minutes. I need to see what's going on. Why are we not? Oh my gosh. Very big truck. That's not. That needs some persuasion, I think. Yeah. Fix that. So I think this. Supposed to go onto that. I think. Come on. I don't know. This is the hard part. Because putting the screws in, we can figure out where the screw's supposed to go. Oh. Getting this thing to sit, lock in. And I'm not even sure. Oh my God. Not even sure. It has to line up a certain way. Let's maybe go like that. Go like that. That don't look right. This is supposed to be sealed. Oh. We are having problems. Oh. We are having problems. First of all, I gotta take that servo arm hack off and flip it. I think that's it's just that's not no. It's no working for me. So we gotta take the front end. Ooh, back off. This piece right here. Oh boy. Give me this one. I think it's upside down. So we are currently taking the screw out out, back out, back out, back out, back out. We got to flip it, I think. I hope. Otherwise, I had it the right way. And having it like having it on the right way would be probably one of the problems. I think it has to go on like this. Well, this truck is so big. I'm sorry, guys. You can't really show a lot on camera. But see this? I had it upside down, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. But we are desperately trying to reassemble it. And if we don't have everything in the right position, it probably won't go back together. And that's a problem. Where's that front end? Where's the front end? See, the front end. And then we are going to attempt attempt number 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, whatever it takes, might take 100 times. I don't know. Might take 100 times. Attempt to put this back together. Which back this way. Back of this way, back of that way. We do it a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We are fighting with it. And what do you think about that? So this got to fly onto that. And hopefully, and we seem to say hopefully, we get everything aligned correctly. Which is not where we're at yet. See this gap? That's not supposed to be there. So now, I think this goes in like that. This goes like that. That goes like that. And yeah, it goes together something like that. Oof. See that gap? We were trying to close that. We are trying to close that. Which means gotta flip it, maybe. And look at it and inspect it and cry because and cry because I'm not sure. I'm not sure why it's not engaging correctly. Seems like an awful lot of strain on that. And that didn't work. I see where it's supposed to sit, but we are fighting it. Oh, what else we got? Oh, I can't get to the phone. Arc Wolf, be happy it's not a Gravedigger Primal RC. Yeah, I had 2 of those. Those are bloody nightmares. Yeah. Fuck. Jesus. Sorry about that, guys. Literally, with this truck sitting here, it's very hard for me to read the comments. I had 2 of those. 2 Primal Gravedigger RCs. Yes, I did. And son of a bitch. All right. Literally got to like take that back out and put this together, then put that on. Is that what they're making me do? Like, I think I'm about to solve the issue. It's sort of an issue. And just think of, I'm doing all this just because I had to change a servo. They literally buried it. Okay, sure you want an X-Max? Buy an X-Max, they say. Come bashing, they say. It will be fun, they say. Well, so far, I have had no fun. So they sold me a pack of lies. They did. But I removed the steering linkage. So guys, when you are putting an X-Max back together, don't put this in before you slide both ends back together, because this little thing right here does cause a problem. Put it in last if you can. That is like one of the many little problems I'm having at the current moment. Right now, welcome to fifth scale. Oh my God, you guys are cracking me up. I'm telling you, it has nothing to do with the scale. Oh boy. Sorry, I'm trying to reposition phone a little bit. Because I can't get up because this is sort of attached to my legs right now. And we're kind of doing a shoe back. Welcome to fifth scale, he says. Dude, have been in this hobby when you were in diapers. And I am that old. I am as old as dirt. And you say, welcome to fifth scale. Do you know how many fifth scales I've had? Do you know how many fifth scales I've had? Them all. Every single one of them. And there's probably pretty much a video, at least on 99.9% of them. There was a reason why I got out of the fifth scale bracket. Oh, snappy, cracky poo. What the hell snapping to? All right. Boom. Boom. Intermission. If you guys know what intermission is, it means you stare at the truck for like 2 minutes because I have to pee. And that's probably too much more information than you need. So here we go. Intermission means we're going to have to put on a little bit of music while I go and discover the bathroom. Huzzah! What do you want to listen to now? Let's some intermission music. Oh, I tried to be quick. I hope that I was quick enough. How many people went away? Oh my God, everyone left. They didn't want the intermission, huh? You guys are breaking my heart. Not supposed to leave. It's intermission. I just had to pee. It's the call of nature. You can't fight it. I got that old man bladder, you know, the size of a pea. Pee, and I had to pee. We'll let that run out. See, I came back in just in time for a song. Song or two, two or three, or three or four. Shut the door. How do we put this stupid thing back together? So we are sliding. Oh, crack, snap, crack, pop, and we are together. Look at that, boys and girls. Look at that. No space, all together. All right. Drive shafting good. Pop that back in. Pop that back in. All right. Yeah. That was a workout. See, I needed to take a minute away. Look at that. Sometimes you just need to have that minute. That minute. Just a little bit. Yes, I got my glasses on top of my head. Ugh. We actually might be able to get some fifth scale action going on here. At some point in time, once I figure out where all these damn screws are supposed to go. Like, this goes like this. And those are those. So this is the bottom plate. All right. Bottom plate's on. No gaps. Bottom plate's on. Well, we'll show you in a minute, but right now, if I turn it, it might dislodge because I just connected both halves. So, yes, this right here was a preventative problem. You can't put this on before you connect both halves. You can't. You have to go in afterward and put this on. Capiche? Capiche. All right. I think the four long ones go in the middle. I think. How many big long ones do we got? We have precisely 4 of these. Let's turn, you can see me. 4 of these long ones. We have 4 of them. There's 4 spots right in the middle that I think are where those go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. And I think this is where those go. Big John. Big John. Boop. Oh, crap, bigger than that? The freaking bigger than that? How's it bigger than that? Oh, yeah. All right, now I gotta find. Shit. Need to find a big one. I got tools everywhere scattered all over the place here. Is that big enough? Aha! Huzzah! Huzzah, huzzah. That's a Ren Fair thing, guys, just so you know. If you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure if you like this kind of content and my crazy wackiness and all sorts of other things that I might get involved in, because this is an adventure channel, make sure you subscribe. And if you really like this video, in the comments, put a huzzah in the comments. As I screw these very long screws into the hole, and I hope this is where they're supposed to go, because I don't know if this is where they're supposed to go. I'm just assuming there's 4 of them, and that is the most likely spot that 4 big long screws will go into the hole. And I know some of you are like, get your power tools. Dude, it's plastic. You have to be very careful with plastic when it comes to putting power to it. And I do have power tools. Do have power tools, guys. I do. I don't see no huzzahs in the comments. Must not be entertaining enough. The fun things of putting a big giant truck together. I'm trying to think where else. I got 2 here, 2 here, 4 there. It's a bit of screws. It was a learning experience, she said. I don't know if you hear that, if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I hope I'm entertaining someone out there. I hope I'm at least somewhat mildly entertaining. These are very long screws. And I don't even know if they're the right screws. And that tells me they're not. That one's fully bottomed out, and I still have a space. So I chose unwisely out of my pile of screws that came out of this thing. Shit. Unwisely. But everything else is short. All right, so everything else is like really, really, really short. Like this. I can still get her down more. Maybe it's just me. I didn't eat my spinach today. I chose right. I chose right. Oh, boy. One in. More to go. Let's get some torque onto it. Get her in the hole. Get it in. Get it. Yeah, you like it like that, don't you? Give it to me. And boom, 2. 1. 2. Will we get number 3? Some of you guys are too young to remember the count from, was it the Muppets? I think it was the Muppets. And he used to go 1, 2, 3, Might have been Sesame Street. Gets a little blurry in my memory, but that might have been before your time. All right. Oh yeah, that whole tendon problem I've been having. If you guys didn't know, I have tendonitis in both my arms. This is not helping. I still got a pile of screws. Don't know where they all go. I do know the drive shaft is in, which is always a blessing. Now I'm starting to sweat. Losing my grip. Come on, girl. Get in there. Get in there. Get it. Get it. Get it. Oh, yeah. See the smoke coming off my hands? All right, so we need, how many of these do we got? 1, 2, looking at these, 3, 4, 7, 8. I think we can flip the truck. We have to flip it back to put these 4 in, but we need to do more of a elimination thing, trying to figure out where all these screws go. Voila. This be the truck. It's a truck. I like my truck. I got a truck. All right. That's in. We got screws that go into here from up here. We got 4 that go into here. I think we got to mess with this. Remember this? I think we got to try. Oh, fuck. I think I just screwed myself. I think I did. Which way to the beach, George? Which way to the beach? I just want a cute little fuzzy bunny rabbit. I want a pet, then hug it, then squeeze it. I might have screwed myself. see. Let's see if I can unscrew myself. Because if I did what I think I did, oh my God, I hope I didn't do what I think I did. I'm going to try to work around. Try to work around. I'm trying to work around. So inside here, that steering piece has to go not only on the servo, but there's a hole where it swivels inside and out. But you have to put it on before you put it on the hole where it swivels inside and out. Because you won't be able to access a set screw that holds it onto the servo. So you have had to. Oh my God! I'm hoping this is the workaround. This is a learning experience for me, guys. Learning experience. I know nothing about this truck. I have no directions. I literally just rip it apart and put it back together and hope it all works. Now, years and years and years of ripping these trucks apart and putting them back together gives me common sense. Something that some people don't have a lot of these days. Aha! Yes, yes. We did the workaround. We did it. We did it. All right, so this piece has a bearing here. And this piece came out of. It sits in there, and just when it's being turned by the servo, just goes do back and forth, back and forth. That's what it does. When I took the truck apart, somehow I got this piece out of this piece when I pulled everything apart. But when putting it back together, you think you could just put this back on and slide it back in. But you can't, because this has to be a certain way, and the bottom piece hits and prevents you from sliding. So technically, you were supposed to take this off to get to this first. That being said, now we may proceed. And I didn't have to undo those 4 really ridiculously long screws, which was not something I would want to do. Oh no, we don't want to do that. So, put the bearing onto this, which sits in the bottom of that into its own holder, because see, it goes dee, 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 dee. That's what it does. Like a chickadee dee 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 dee. Which allows us to figure out which direction this was supposed to be facing in the first place, which is probably the easiest way of taking this thing apart, but that is not the way I did it, and shame on me. And that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And then we just hope we can get something in there to tighten it. I don't know. There's a million ways of accomplishing what I have accomplished. Um, whether the way I took it apart was the right way or not. Doesn't really much matter. Except for now, I can't get to the damn screw. So, yeah, just make better note of which way that damn arm is supposed to face. Because now I have another problem. And my other problem is, I don't think I need it to be locked in. Because I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Well, hence that. All right. We're going to try something. We are busy working on this stupid truck on a good old Monday night. Oof. Come on. Go where you need to go. My fat fingers. And then we're going to temporarily attach the steering mechanism to make sure everything is going where it needs to go. As long as I can get it in there, which is Jesus. Which is fighting me. It's fighting me. We still got 2 people watching. That's awesome. Very long stream, guys. Very long stream. We're getting there. It's not easy building one of these and streaming at the same time. It'll be much easier once I get my new camera set up. But new camera setups. Oof. Son of a bitch. All right. Put the bearing there. We're having much more difficulties than it would be to take the 4 screws back out. pull the truck slightly apart. Now we know how it goes back together. We do understand that these arms have to be facing up. Before they were not, so that was a problem why it was not sliding back in together. And power tools, maybe? What? Break my own rule? Power tools, maybe. Power tools. Power tools. Flip it. Flip it. Do it. Do it. Is that what I'm hearing? Do it. Make it happen. Now you'll know the power of the dark side. Dum dum dum. Is that gonna fit? That one should fit. No fit. Please tell me I have the right size one of these to do this thing. Do this thing. All right. Guess what, guys? I'm breaking my own rule. Why are you taking the back off? Why are you going too far? Yeah, I screwed up. I screwed it up. Now, remember where those go for me, okay? Because I might forget. Fuck. I screwed it up. If you're watching, I am fully aware that I have screwed up and I have to go backwards to go forwards. Not that far backwards. But far enough backwards that I have to do this. Far enough backwards, I might have to pull that out to tighten that up. But now, see, I understand how this slides in. Before I totally forgot. So now we take the front end back off. So we take the front end back off. And then we're going to give you a little bit of music. Yep, we're going to do a little bit of music here. Let's see. Let's see what this one is. What did you say? I forgot the bearing. I wasn't expecting to latch in so easily. When you do things right, as they intended to come apart and put together, things go much smoother. But I need to work this bearing in. And that wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah, I know. That's the front end. Are you not entertained to see me go forward and backward and left and right and up and down and BA, select, start 30 guys? Contra. But you should be entertained. That's what happens when you live stream, guys. And you don't know the truck and you don't know where things go and you're paying attention to everything. Sometimes you go forward. Shit. Forward and backward. Damn it. I had everything lined up and then it buckled. I got to get a 5th scale truck repair stand. That is what needs to happen because this is a workout just trying to work on in front of a camera when you don't have multiple angles. So what I'm going to do is lock this son of a gun in. Where the fuck's the other one? What the fuck? Yeah, you heard me. My first F-bomb of the night. Where's the swear jar? Oh, that's right. We don't have a swear jar. That's right, because we are not kid friendly. And I normally don't swear a lot. When I do, you know that we've been streaming a while. And a frustration is building. The frustration is building. And You already know when frustration builds, especially when I start breaking out power tools. Like, no, 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 we ain't hand screwing that back in. Matter of fact, I don't know why I'm even doing that with my hand. With this, we're gonna do this quicker. Yeah, a little quicker. That's what she said. And who am I to disappoint? Huh. I wonder. What is that? Oh, we got one. A little quicker. Using power tools. Against my religion. Now, obviously, if I wasn't streaming and I was using power tools the whole entire time, if you guys choose to, it literally will be a lot quicker of a job. Because I choose not to do that. Now we may or may not run into any more problems because that is the nature of the business. Literally trying to pick this truck up and there's no place. It's in pieces to grab from. Oh, come on. All right. Now we're up in the air. Look. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's an X-Max. Literally. Trying to get that in. Get that in. That where it belongs. That where it belongs. Everything lined up. And they're slowly trying to slide in. This thing. The drive shaft is the problem right now. It's that. And smooth as butter. Boom. 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 And back around we go. Ta-da! By the time I get this thing together, I'm gonna be able to take this thing apart and put it back together in my sleep. Yes, I will be. And yes, we are using power tools. Boom. Boom, chakalaka, boom. So much quicker, right? This is why people like to use power tools. Because you can be in and out very quickly and get the job done. And everyone goes home with a smile. But it's also sometimes better to take your time and enjoy the process. Like I said, the problem with the power tools is you can very easily over tighten and strip out your plastics, which will cause you a whole nother headache. Yep. 4 more. Boom. 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 That one might be stripped. Yep. Now, back to figuring out how I'm going to get this steering mechanism hooked up before I freaking lose my mind. Literally, I have no idea how long we've been streaming for. This is a stream that goes on and on, my friends. It never, ever ends. I don't know how many people of you know what Lamb Chop is or not, but that's where that song came from. Where did that flat screwdriver go? Oh, you're killing me. So now I got to hook up the linkage inside here through all these bars before I tighten down anything else. So that is the current problem. Let it lean against me, I guess. Oh, come on. That's another problem because it really doesn't want to fit. Another problem, guys. Another problem. The ball has a certain way for it to get in. Damn steering linkage. Truck's too big, counter's too small. Nothing wants to cooperate. Come on. Why? Why are we fighting me? What the hell is all that? Just pop in there. Stop being a nuisance. Could go like that. Fuck. Yeah, we're dealing with some shit, man. We're dealing with some shit. It's such a tight area to work. It is tight. This might be better off camera. And that's me being serious. Because, like, I literally am getting annoyed as shit with this one little piece. Because it doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do. And that's fit in between the arms, the ball, because every time I go to line it up, it drops down and it's becoming annoying as shit. It's an annoying steering problem. Annoying steering problem just to hook this up. Man, Jaxus, what are you doing, man? Like, got my shit all freaking screwed up. Got my brain not on right. My big fat fingers can't get in there. Put it down there. That's too far down. Literally, every single time, no matter what I do, can't get this in. It's just making me angry. Zul. Come on, you fucking bitch. Come on. Literally, what the fuck? I am becoming frustrated with this one little part. This happens. I need some soda. I have no room to work on this giant thing. It's too damn big. Literally, my laptop is sitting 2 feet from my phone, like, and tools are on both sides of it. And the lighting? Oh, we're not going to talk about the lighting right now. I can't see shit. My glasses don't work that good for this kind of stuff. And this freaking thing doesn't want to connect. There's got to be a cheat code. Cheat code, guys. Cheat code. What do you think? Is there a cheat code? It literally doesn't want to pop on there. It literally is fighting me the whole entire time. And I can't get my fat fingers in there. There's gotta be something I'm doing wrong. This shouldn't be this hard. It really shouldn't. There we got some light. Light on the subject always helps. It's supposed to fit in between there. The ball is supposed to fit in between there, and a screw run through and holds it all together. Simple thing, right? You have an arm like this. You have a ball like this. You go into here. You put a screw through the top, and it pins it together. That's how it's supposed to go. For some reason, it does not want to do that. And I don't know why. It came apart. It should go back together. I don't remember it coming apart so hard. And nope. Come on. All right, fuck it. We'll do it a different way. That doesn't even seem right. It doesn't seem right to me. So if I put it on top of it, I could probably, it would be fine and be back together. But that doesn't make any sense to me. That's not how it's supposed to go. When you really think about it, it's like, but the arm is perfectly straight then, and it's not fighting me to do that. So, without a manual, without knowing for sure, but that doesn't make any sense. It don't make any sense if I do it that way. But if I do it go down in there, it doesn't want to fit. And I didn't change anything. All right. We're going to do the top. We're doing the top. We're not messing with it no more. We're doing the top. Yep. And we still have a pile of screws that need to go back into this thing. Pile of screws. I'm not fighting with it no more. Nope. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. How many of those do I got? Oh, we're tolerating up screws to see what we got. That is small, that is big, that is smaller than that. Because I don't remember where anything goes. Got two of those. The big fat ones, we got a bunch of them. And two of those, three of those. Oh shit. That's all I can say is shit. All right. We're going to deal with that afterward because that I don't know what's going on with that damn steering arm. Like it should. It should go in. Should. All intents and purposes, the truck is almost fixed. Literally, like we are stone throw away from being fixed. I don't know what goes in there. We need the power tool. We need the power tool. Where's the power tool? Give me the power tool. Ugh. We are done playing games with this stupid thing. I don't know if that's where that goes, but that's where it's going to go. Lock her down. I don't know why that's not. We're getting it. We're getting it. We're getting it kind of figured out. Sort of. I don't know what I'm going to do about that steering arm. That's what's going to drive me nuts. But I can't sit. I gotta take a little bit of a break on that one. Don't know why. I don't know why, but that's where I'm at. Like that's supposed to fit in that cuff. and I don't know why it's not. And I can't sit here all day trying to figure it out because you guys have things to do, and I've already been streaming for like ever and a day. Ever and a day. I mean, we did go through some other stuff besides this truck, but I mean, forever and a day. For someone that doesn't like using power tools, I'm certainly using them. Don't like using them. Whoa. That one's not even hanging into anything. Makes me wonder. Are those supposed to be long? I put the wrong ones in the wrong thing. I wonder. With one way to check. Oh, I did. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. But we ain't gonna go back and fix that right now. We'll fix that later. Not sure where that goes. Look, we got screws left over. We got to figure this out. We got some screws that don't. But I don't know where they go. Which we're trying to figure out. This is tiny. I can't even see in there. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. What do you say? What do you say we check out the steering situation again? Literally, we got 5 screws that I have no idea where they go. Um, no idea why this string. Oh, come on. Jimmy. Well, the truck's mostly back together. Couple little mistakes. Where is that? Fuck you. Fucking thing. Damn steering. Damn steering. It really is freaking agitating. Oh, man, that falls. Oh my god, guys. Let's see what you guys are talking about in chat. Last thing I see is welcome to fifth scale. Whew. All right. I have to call it. All I got left is the linkage to figure out on the stupid steering. And I got a handful of screws that may or may not have gone to this truck because I've had multiple trucks apart. So there's that. Let's see. Arkwolf, I'm currently driving. I've been listening to you since I got off of PT, and I'm on my way up to Willimantic right now. Nice. So you want me to talk more? Is that it? Is that what we're talking about? Like, I've literally been fighting with the damn steering linkage. It should just slide in, and it doesn't. Drove me absolutely bonkers. I also put a couple screws in the wrong place, which I got to take back out. So, like, I don't know how much more of this of this stream I can handle. Um, So there's that. Because I literally screwed up everything, I think. So, I mean, granted, I got power tools. These 4 right here. So I got 4 more holding it in. But these 4 right here. On the bottom, I don't believe it won't go down here. Literally, don't believe they go down. Because this bulkhead requires them. These ones aren't bottoming out. So I'm going to take it nice and slow and see. Well, that's a better fit. Oh no. We dropped them on the ground. We'll have to go after it in a minute. It's a good thing my dog ain't around. Should eat it. All right. Correcting a couple mistakes is what we're doing. All right, the long ones, we found the homes for the long ones, but damn. Let's put the small ones in. We don't want to be all confused anyhow. I just noticed there's 4 more holes down here. Four more. Oh. There we go. That's together. There's holes here. So not sure. I got 2 long ones and 3 short ones. They might go down here. I don't know on that one. All right. Shit. In any case, guys, it's been a thing tonight. 3-hour long stream, I gotta let my dog out. And I gotta figure out the steering. The linkage just needs to pop into the cup, and then I gotta get it bolt down. But I literally don't have the patience to do much more than I already have. 3 hours is a bit much. Um, but we do have a truck almost completely together. It's just a steering linkage. I'll show you. Oh, Arc Wolf, yeah, if you do send it to me, I literally am like shot. I mean, I could do the research, but shot. But here's my steering linkage, guys. You see this? It's supposed to go in between here and here. For some reason, it's just not popping in. Now, I don't know. I can make it work from up top. But that doesn't seem right to me. I could be completely wrong, and it could probably actually go up top, but it doesn't make any sense. That's what I have left for the steering. Few little scattered screws left to try to figure out where they go, and that'd be 3 hours and 19-minute long stream, which is the longest in a long time. And I've done about as much as I possibly can with my patients the way they are, and when you start losing your patience with something, it's never good. And you guys do not need to see me go into a meltdown mode and Hulk out on this X Max because I got frustrated. That's not something that I care to push myself to that limit. So for now, remember, like I always say, get off that lazy boy, go to your door, turn that handle, and take a step outside because you never know what adventure will await you. Now get out there, play hard, and play dirty. And I'll see you next time with all new talk and wrench and on a different rig because I'm going to finish this up and get this out there for my adventures. If I don't see you before Christmas and the holidays, well, happy holidays to all. Love you guys. Later.